Hello, everybody. David Schuster here. One of the most cantankerous Republicans in the U.S. House is Virginia Foxx. And the 82-year-old from North Carolina just proved her crankiness again. Foxx was chairing a House Rules Committee marking up government funding passed by the Senate when this happened.
All right, here's what we're diving into. This segment features Dave Schuster, Virginia Foxx, Representative Yasmin Ansari, Jim McGovern, and a few other congressional figures who step in to clean up Fox's mess. What we're getting into is raw Republican crankiness, Democrats refusing to fold, and Virginia Foxx proving again why she's one of the most notorious combative figures in Congress. This breakdown will call out the hypocrisy, drag the double standard, and point out exactly who's winning each exchange. And spoiler, it's definitely not Virginia Foxx. Let's get into it.
Ms. Ansari, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Welcome back from your 8 weeks of taxpayer-funded vacation. It's good to see you, and I hope
I'm going to interrupt you.
Republicans
I'm going to
enjoy-
interrupt you, please. I am sick and tired of hearing you all say we had an 8-week vacation.
That's exactly what
I
happened.
worked every day. I don't know about you, but I don't want to
worked
hear
every single
another
day as
soul
well. We all worked
say
every
that.
single day, and that's exactly what happened with Speaker Mike Johnson.
You're recognized.
This is a perfect early pause point because Foxx isn't just irritated, she's unhinged, jumping down the Democrats' throats the second she feels cornered. The irony? She screams that it wasn't an 8-week vacation, while clearly sounding like someone who just got back from an 8-week nap. Classic overcompensation. Right after Fox's meltdown, Yasmin Ansari steps in, and this is where the power dynamics flips. Ansari is young, sharp, and not intimidated by Fox's trademark screeches. She doubles down, calling out exactly what Republicans did while Americans were panicking over health insurance hikes. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ansari basically slaps Foxx down without even raising her voice, and Foxx suddenly silent. Amazing how the cranky tough grandma act vanishes when faced with somebody who refuses to play her game.
Amidst the crosstalk and Fox's rage, Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari of Arizona did not back down. In fact, Ansari doubled down on pummeling Foxx and the GOP.
I hope that you all enjoyed yourselves while American families looked at their letters from their health insurance companies, terrified that their insurance premiums were going to double or triple while the House was out of session for 53 days. That is unacceptable, Madam Chair. Now, we are back here to vote on a terrible partisan spending bill that will deepen a healthcare crisis that you did create.
Foxx this time did not interrupt or flip out. Perhaps she realized that Congresswoman Ansari was younger, smarter, and would likely win this fight, further humiliating Foxx. Still, when the Democrats finished their opening statements and it was Foxx's turn to speak again, Foxx was clearly flustered.
I yield back.
I'll delay my questioning. Mr. McGovern, you're recognized.
Yes, Congressman, you have to turn on the microphone. Congressman Jim McGovern of Massachusetts, the ranking Democrat on the committee, delivered his own jab at Foxx and the Republicans.
Welcome back.
Hello, ranking member.
Long time no see. I hardly recognize you guys. Where the hell have you been? It's good to see you back back in the Capitol building. We've been looking everywhere for you guys. Seriously, we were worried. We actually started handing out missing person posters.
This is where Jim McGovern starts roasting the GOP with surgical precision. He jokingly wonders where Republicans have been for the last 2 months, and honestly, he's not wrong. Their work ethic has been as reliable as Fox's ability to finish a sentence without yelling. This pause works perfectly because McGovern's sarcasm exposes the double standard. Republicans vanish for weeks, then act offended when anyone notices. Then we get more Foxx embarrassment. She tries reading her remarks from a piece of paper and stumbles through basic talking points about Democrats deluding themselves. Yeah, the irony. If anyone deluded, it's the person who can't even remember her own procedural lines on the House floor. Schuster highlights her many flubs, and it's clear Foxx isn't just cranky. She's rusty, reactive, and unraveling. Later, Representative Joe Neguse steps in to shut down Foxx's whining about freezer regulations of all things. Yes, while Americans deal with real issues, Foxx is fighting the brave fight against commercial refrigeration rules. A true patriot, or more accurately, a distractive specialist. Neguse calls her out hard, pointing out she doesn't even hold town hall meetings because constituents might yell. Funny, coming from someone who yells at literally everyone in Congress.
Nobody has seen you for 8 weeks. But hey, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that you survived your nice 2-month paid vacation while Democrats stayed in Washington to try to end this shutdown.
During Virginia Foxx's opening statement, whether it was because she was rusty or a bit unsure of things, Foxx read from a piece of paper.
The amount of wild rhetoric we've heard from Democrats ever since they shut the government down is astounding. They have bent over backwards and contorted themselves to such a degree that they've deluded themselves into believing that they're somehow doing right.
Well, anytime the word deluded or delusion gets mentioned on Capitol Hill, there's usually a connection to Virginia Foxx. Another word that gets mentioned with Foxx is nastiness. When House Speaker Mike Johnson was sworn in, Virginia Foxx stood next to him as a reporter asked about Johnson's efforts to block the 2020 presidential election.
Johnson, you helped lead the efforts to overturn the 2020 election results for you.
A short time later, Foxx proved that what goes around often comes around.
North Carolina seek recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Pursuant to House Resolution 906, I call up Bill H.R.
Lady will
59.
suspend.
On the House floor, Foxx went silent.
Does the gentlewoman have a general leave request?
She had to be told by a staffer what to say.
Please consent that all members may have 5 minutes.
I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 days to revise and extend their remarks.
More recently, Foxx gave remarks and took up time on the House floor complaining about federal regulations of commercial freezers and refrigerators. She was put in her place by Democrat Joe Neguse. Watch.
I spend time every weekend talking to the people in my district, and you know what they complain about the most? Unnecessary rules and regulations. I met today with folks from the home building industry. They can document that 25% of the rules related to home building are unnecessary and drive up the cost of doing business for homes. And we need new homes everywhere. My colleagues are they're trying to make it look like what we're doing is frivolous. Mr. Speaker, this is far from frivolous.
Look, just to be clear, I'm not trying to make their legislation on commercial freezers look frivolous. It is frivolous. The American people understand that. They get it. Now, I don't, maybe there are a lot of people in the chairwoman's district buying commercial freezers. Again, I can assure you, not the top priority of the people that I represent in northern Colorado and in western Colorado. Far from it. Now, I must say, I did hear with interest, Chairwoman referenced visiting with her constituents. And I would just simply say, my understanding was that the chairwoman doesn't do town halls. I think she recently said in an interview that she doesn't do town halls because they're an opportunity for constituents to yell at their congressperson.
Right here is where you hammer home the hypocrisy. This woman, one of the loudest screamers in the entire House, refuses to face the people she represents because she is afraid and doesn't want to get yelled at. It's peak Foxx, loud towards her opponents, silent towards her constituents. This pause is evenly placed and hits a major hypocrisy moment. Closing out, Schuster reminds us that despite her chaos, Foxx keeps getting reelected, which says more about modern political survival than competency. She's become the poster child for arguments about age limits, term limits, and the general clarification of Congress. It's a joke. But at least Democrats like Ansari are standing up and firing back, refusing to let Foxx terrorize the room unchecked.
Well, first of all, Trey, I always tell people if they want me to have a town hall, please come to my office and sit down and talk with me. I'm happy to answer your questions and talk with you personally. I don't do town halls because I think it's just an opportunity for people to yell at their member of Congress.
Because, of course, Virginia Foxx never yells.
I asked for the gentleman's words to be taken down. I am not a hypocrite.
With all due respect, ma'am, you are.
Gentleman will suspend.
Madam Speaker,
Gentleman will
I
suspend.
asked that the gentleman's words be taken down.
To be fair to Virginia Foxx, her North Carolina constituents keep reelecting her. Foxx has represented North Carolina's 5th congressional district for 20 years. However, with her erratic, contentious, and oftentimes batty behavior, Foxx has increasingly become the example cited in debates about congressional term limits and possibly even age limits. Then again, given the relaxed schedule in the U.S. House, including the recent 8-week paid vacation courtesy of Speaker Johnson, arguments about the work being too arduous and tiring don't make a lot of sense. So lawmakers of every age keep going. And Virginia Foxx keeps proving she's one of the most outspoken and controversial members of Congress. Thankfully, there are Democrats, including Yasmin and Ansari, who are not afraid to challenge Foxx to her face.
I am sick and tired of hearing you all say we had an 8-week vacation.
That's exactly what happened.
I worked every day. I don't know about you.
This final phase echoes the early moment and closes the loop, showing how Foxx's own angry outburst ends up symbolizing her entire downfall in this clip. The more she yells, the more she loses. It's a strong end clip pause because you can drive home the point. Foxx isn't the powerful bulldog she thinks she is. She's a loud distraction who got outplayed by younger, smarter lawmakers.
By the way, a conservative cable news host spewing Donald Trump talking points recently got busted by her own on-screen graphic.
Gas prices are now negative under this administration, almost to the $3 mark.
No, gas prices are not negative and gas prices are not way down as Trump claims. They have dropped over the past year by 1 cent, 1 penny, as the graphic showed. Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from Mr. Dan, who wrote, "You can't fix stupid." Indeed. I look forward to reading your comments about Republican Congresswoman Virginia Foxx having her nastiness come back to bite her.
This clip makes it brutally clear. Virginia Foxx's nastiness is catching up with her. She gets out-argued, outclassed, and outperformed at every turn. And every meltdown she has just reinforces why younger representatives like Ansari are running circles around her. If Foxx wanted to project authority, all she ended up projecting was fragile fury. And her opponents didn't let her hide behind it for a second. This is something that will never, never go away unless first Virginia Foxx's nastiness does. Thank you for watching and listening to our video. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We'll talk with you on the next video.